Hello there, and welcome back to D-ODORANT, a channel dedicated to strange and interesting facts about Star Wars lore. If you love strange Star Wars lore and want to stay up to date on everything High Republic related, be sure to subscribe. In the era of the High Republic, we have been met with a plethora of different lightsaber colors, with multiple characters being seen wielding yellow and purple blades. While we have seen these crystals show up in the Prequel Era, they are not nearly as abundant as they are in the Golden Era of the Jedi. Early concept art of the High Republic era seems to show even more possible options, which could show up later as more content releases. In today's episode, I'm going to be theorizing as to why the crystal colors found in the era of the High Republic are so much more diverse than those found in the Prequel era. Let's get into it. For starters, let's review how Kyber crystals get their color. Contrary to what some may believe, the color of Kyber crystals are not present at conception. As explained in Star Wars: The Secrets of the Jedi, Kyber crystals actually shift to match the nature of the Jedi that bonds with them. This means that their color is actually decided by the characteristics and essence of the Jedi that first bonds with them. Interestingly, the color of these crystals is not impervious to being changed. While many know about the ability to bleed crystals red or purify them to make them turn white, there actually appears to be another way to change a Kyber crystal's color. Through a behind-the-scenes scoop by Dave Filoni regarding the change of Ahsoka's lightsaber blades from green to blue, he actually stated that it is possible to alter the frequency of a lightsaber to change its color. This seems to mean that, given a Jedi is very knowledgeable of the Force, it is likely possible to change a crystal's color to whatever the user wants. While this method may have been used to allow members of the High Republic to have more exotic lightsaber colors, I don't believe that this is the right explanation. Many Jedi seem to prefer the crystal color that was displayed when they first bonded with their crystal. After all, the crystal literally changes its frequency to display the color that best aligns with the user, so it'd be rather strange to intentionally want to change it to a less personal frequency. This brings us to my theory as to why Kyber crystal colors in the High Republic era are more diverse: the personal expression theory. Without a doubt, the High Republic era displays a far more lenient view on how the Jedi are allowed to operate. As I explained in my video on attachment, it appears that attachment, assuming it isn't anything too extreme, is highly common in Jedi of this era, and is also met with far less reprimandation. This concept alone seems to show that Jedi of the era were far more involved in the galaxy they were protecting, living not solely as observers or guardians, but as living and breathing beings with their own aspirations. This is not to say that they had full-on lives outside of the Order, simply that they had a more grounded perspective on the people they were saving. They were also far more supportive of one another, able to sympathize with one another and properly help each other manage their emotions. Opposingly, the Prequel-era Jedi Order seemed to greatly shy away from the concept of having any personal ties or outlets for emotional healing, especially at the point of the Clone Wars. It seemed as though the Jedi forgot how to help one another cope with their emotions. Obi-Wan, while a spectacular Jedi, did very little to counsel the intense emotional turmoil that Anakin was often experiencing. When Anakin went to Yoda looking for counsel, he told him just to let go of everything, which clearly did nothing to help Anakin properly deal with his struggles. Barriss Offee turned to the dark side because there was no one who attempted to counsel her as she became more and more disillusioned with the Jedi Order. After Ahsoka was literally put on trial by the Jedi Council for a crime she didn't commit, the best they could do to apologize was offering her the rank of Jedi Knight, doing nothing to actually express a sense of personal guilt or sympathy towards what she had gone through. In my opinion, this lack of ability to help one another cope with emotions, along with the complete detachment from the world around them, likely has everything to do with the more confined Kyber color expression present in the prequels. In fact, it might entirely be the fault of the Prequel-era Jedi Order and the rules and traditions that blue and green colors were the most abundant. If we look at Cal Kestis' journey after Order 66, he slowly builds attachments in the world around him. He gets a job and eventually starts to grow bonds with the people he works with at the scrapyard. Later on, he even finds allies like Seer and Mirren that could sympathize with his sense of loss after the death of his master and his fellow Jedi, helping him to cope and move past it. Eventually, this all culminates with him receiving his second crystal on Ilum, and guess what happens? He has the ability to express a wide variety of Kyber crystal colors, ranging from yellow and purple all the way to colors that haven't been seen before in canon, like indigo and cyan. To me, this shows that Kyber crystal color has everything to do with the Jedi's sense of self and personal development, as well as their ties to the galaxy and emotional turmoil. Assuming that this is the case, it really is no wonder that Jedi in the era of sympathy and tolerance experience a wider range of Kyber crystal colors than those that lived in an era of emotional isolation, free of any ties to the world around them. While the personal expression theory is just that, a theory I came up with while analyzing the clash in culture between the High Republic and prequel eras, I think it makes a lot of sense, and honestly hope this is how they explain the difference going forward. Anyway, what are your thoughts on my personal expression theory? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on brand new High Republic content. Thanks for watching.